the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to Gafford. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the slant, he's got Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's showtime, baby. Wait now, baby. Let's play. This wasn't catch that, baby. That's how we eat.
2nd and 5 from the 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, still early in the game. Wilson's taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of the team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Jones has it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete to right. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. To throw, it's Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Let's go. Get something together.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Ravens. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Wright's got it. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals set to take over. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Mahomes will throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they had the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mahomes to throw it. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Mahomes. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They didn't get out of bounds, but that's okay. They need one more just like that to give themselves a chance.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Do your thing. That's what it is. That's what it is. This is where you step up. Let's go.
Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first.